What we have to do is to put it in the machine, and that's how the process of removing the coffee beans or peeling the coffee beans starts. And all those coffee husks or coffee peels are placed around the stem of the coffee plant, which later helps the coffee plant to have better fruits. I have to put it in the machine, and my brother moves the coffee beans while he's choosing out the coffee beans that are not peeled well and need to be put into the machine again to peel it well.
Get over here! Nope.
After finishing that job, I went to put this around my bed because it's cold at night and I can't cover my face because I really feel like I can't breathe. For that reason, I always put those things to cover. After that, my father came back with more coffee and we started working again with my brothers. Here I accidentally dropped some coffee beans. I started to pick it up quickly so my father wouldn't notice it because I want him to think that I am an expert working.
Why are you running?
Years ago, my mom and my father were the only ones who worked doing all that. I guess I was just playing around. But now I can help them and work a little bit, even if I'm not good working. I'm learning.
Nope.
And while my father went again to bring more coffee, when we finished our part, we could rest a bit while we waited for the car to return with more coffee. And then we had to continue working again. Then my father has to do as I told you. He needs to take all that and put it around the coffee stems because that helps the coffee plant to grow better.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Just do it!
There in the small house is where we bath, shower, The smoke that was coming out, it was because my mom was preparing our steam bath, like the sauna bath. That is a cheaper version of the steam bath. Use the steam to relax and shower after working.
That's pretty good.
And it's ready when the smoke disappears and doesn't come out anymore. And since I was born, I have bathed in this way. I hardly like to bathe in cold water. For example, when I went to boarding school, I also had to get used to bathing with cold water. And when I returned home, again I got used to bathing only in our steam bath. And then we finished all that work and we could finally rest. I went back again to finish hanging all that around my bed. That also helps because sometimes there are mosquitoes. But then I ran out of our house quickly. Earthquake, dust storm. Then I looked up the hill and it was covered in dust. Was it a volcano? I'm just kidding. We don't have volcanoes there, but I was scared. And it was just someone driving fast, I guess. And I think that person did it on purpose because it looked like he was driving so bad to have fallen. Because passing trucks normally don't leave dust in that way. I was really scared at first because I didn't know what was going on.
Why are you running?
But then the beautiful view came back and everything was normal again. I was also preparing that to start learn the languages that I would like to speak one day. And while it was getting dark, we were preparing our solar panels for the night. I have learned not to complain about living a few days without electricity because we can do other things. But I worry about my mom because she has to find solutions to keep our food fresh because there's no refrigerator and other things that make our life easier in our town. And even before we didn't have our solar panels, she used to make our food using candles at night. But now, luckily, we have those small solar panels. And the next morning it was raining, and that was bad because if it rains all the time, we can dry the coffee. We really needed the sun because my father had a dates planned to return to our town because he works in other things. So we had a lot of work to do, wash and dry the coffee. That's why this is not the end of this story, it was just the beginning.